Hey YouTube, it's Coffee89 here, bringing you a Harry Potter trading card game deck profile. This is a Quidditch deck, and I haven't really seen any of these on YouTube, so I thought it would be pretty interesting to do one. To start off, we'll start with our main character, Angelina Johnson. Her effect is to give us one more action per turn if there's a match in play, so instead of 2 actions per turn, you get a third, and that's going to come in really handy when we're using different matches and spells to do damage. So first we'll get 25 Quidditch lessons, get those out of the way. Lots and lots of Quidditch lessons, probably more than we need for this deck, but there you go, 25 Quidditch lessons. So the first card we have here is Search for the Snitch. And this is your searcher of the deck. It's going to search out all the main cards you need to get set up, and it's only requires 2 lessons, so it's low cost, and it'll help you search out all the cards you need, like Quidditch Pitch, one of our main cards of the deck. And what this one does is it brings down the spell cost of all your Quidditch spells by 2. So things that are going to do big damage like Hawkshead Formation and Power Play, instead of requiring 7 lessons, that's going to be down to 5, and that's really going to help out. Next thing, any Quidditch deck needs matches. So we've got 3 Muddy Practice here. This is great. It's one lesson, and the winner does 10 damage to her opponent, or his or her opponent, and no one's ever actually going to solve this match. You have to use 5 actions to discard cards from your hand. No one's ever going to do that. But what gives us the advantage is that we have Catch the Snitch. Since we are a Quidditch deck, we have Catch the Snitch, which lets us win the current match and get the prize. And it's sometimes good with Muddy Practice because no one's ever going to win it, so you can leave it in turn after turn after turn, because some of our spells that are going to do big points of damage require a match in play. So first we have Hawkshead Formation. It requires 7 lessons, and you do 6 damage to your opponent. Pretty straightforward. And then we have Power Play, which requires 6 lessons, and it does 7 damage to your opponent, but only if there's a match in play. So this is where those Muddy Practices are going to come really useful. You can just leave them out turn after turn after turn. Keep using your Power Plays, keep doing damage, and then when you do decide to solve it, you get an extra 10 points of damage. We also have 4 Fouled. 4 lessons does 4 damage to your opponent, and during their next turn they get 1 less action, which is always good. Next we have 4 Ouch. Ouch costs 5 lessons, does 5 damage to the opponent, and then they're going to discard 1 card from their hand. Next we have 4 Sloth Grip, which come in really handy late game. If you're playing something like Creatures, where just turn after turn they're doing more and more damage to you, then late game these are going to be really handy. It's only 5 lessons, and during your next turn you prevent all but the first 3 damage done to you. So those are going to be very helpful. And then finally, for late game as well, we have 2 Slytherin matches. And you can either win this by doing 15 damage to your opponent, or again, just use that Catch the Snitch, and you get to shuffle 15 non-healing cards back into your deck. So, having that third action you get when you have a match out with Angelina Johnson is really handy. It lets you, you can play a Power Play, and then to do 7 damage, play Catch the Snitch, do another 10 damage if you have Muddy Practice out, and then you can get another match out with your third action, so that you're going to have a third action again next turn. But yeah, this is just a Quidditch deck I've been working on for a little while. I haven't really seen any other Harry Potter decks on YouTube, so I'm really curious to see what you guys think. If anyone out there even plays this game, I'm curious to know in what sort of decks you run. Any comments or criticisms or input to help out with this deck, I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, see you later.